Olivia is awake at 4 a.m. already. She starts making breakfast and preparing herself and going to work. This is exactly her 10th month being a waitress in Melinda's restaurant. She is thankful every day to have this kind of job. At least it helps her and her family. Olivia was being raised by her father as an honest person and helpful to those in need. Every week, she gives some food to homeless people that often stay on the sidewalk who sell candies and snack foods. She doesn't have much, but she makes sure to give even just a bread to those homeless, especially children. Olivia is always happy while going to work every day. Until one day, she walks fast while picking something on her bag, and then she happens to bump into a girl. She says sorry without immediately looking at the girl in front of her. She started picking up her things that fell to the ground. Those were scattered and takes a minute to pick all of them. Olivia felt something unusual. The girl in front of her did not leave. Olivia slowly recognizes the girl and she then remembers it was Stacy, her old acquaintance. They talk for a while, but Stacy seems annoyed that she saw Olivia, and Olivia can feel that. They both remembered what happened in the past. They became friends and works at the same store before. At that time, Stacy started to be jealous. She noticed the store owner likes Olivia more than her and favors Olivia a lot. Stacy doesn't like it. She's afraid that Olivia could get a promotion instead of her. So Stacy ruins every work of Olivia and blames her for stealing something in that grocery store. The owner did not believe it. Then one day, Stacy asks for a help from one of her friends, disguised as a customer. That friend of hers became a witness and blamed Olivia for stealing something. And with a witness, the store owner ended up believing Stacy. He thought Olivia was a good employee, but it turns out it's not. The store owner doesn't want to make this problem big, so he only fires Olivia on that day. Stacy on the other side is happy about what happens. Back to the present. Olivia just forgot what happened in the past. They both parted ways and continue walking. Olivia is now at the restaurant. She works as a waitress for Melinda's restaurant. The weather is good. The customers started ordering food. Later on that day, Stacy walks inside the restaurant. Melinda was there and talks to Stacy. She then introduces Stacy to all employees. She also announced Stacy will now be the restaurant manager. Because of what Melinda said, Olivia was surprised by that, remembering Stacy's bad attitude. She knows Stacy likes to look down other employees, which happens before. She takes a deep breath and just continue on working. She avoided Stacy as much as she can, but it was impossible. Stacy is now the restaurant manager, and she needs to follow what Stacy tells her, no matter what. Stacy started talking to Olivia, and as usual, she is the same as before. She likes to give orders to any employees that are even not part of their work. Whenever Melinda was not in the restaurant, she likes to scold other employees for being clumsy, plus she always blames other people without listening to any of their explanations. Because of that, most of the employees don't like her attitude. They feel that Stacy is so mean and such a toxic manager. After a few months, Olivia continuously receives many compliments from customers, not just about the food but on how she treated them well, and always makes them feel welcome. Olivia is so happy to always hear this kind of compliment. Her coworkers tease her about how good she is at handling customers. She's optimistic that one day she would be promoted to a higher position. It was her dream. But on the other side, Stacy did not feel good about what she heard. She thinks what the customers said would only outshine her as a manager. She starts thinking of something evil to do. And actually, attempted to ruin the food that Olivia served to several customers, but it seems not easy to do, and could also harm her job position and the restaurant. She is so jealous of Olivia. She wishes they didn't happen to be at the same working place again. She has to get rid of her. She is the manager and she will do whatever she wants. Stacy can't think of plans that could work to make Olivia fired from her job, but meanwhile, she let everything run smoothly. This time, she saw one of her friends eating inside the restaurant. Stacy wears a big smile and slowly approaches her friend. They talk for a while asking how's the food. Their conversation went well, but not until her friend asked something about the waitress, Olivia. Stacy's friend told her that Olivia was passionate about doing her work and how Olivia could potentially be a good manager. Stacy was upset for a while and her friend starts noticing it. Her friend immediately says something good about her being the current manager, but she is still mad at what her friend said. The whole day, she can't stop thinking how jealous she is of Olivia. It annoys her that Olivia seems better than her and could soon take her position. She won't let this happen.